Maybe now? Hey, that's me. That's what I sound like. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Roleplaying Unlimited. Our official 422-year stream anniversary beginning tonight with Star Wars What If, the 2023 version, featuring an all-new cast of characters, a different story entirely from what you may or may not have watched with our Star Wars What If campaign in the back half of 2021. I, of course, am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live from the 100th Meridian, somewhere on the other side of Mandalore, for Mandalore! And, yeah, got a nice group of friends here already gathered in the Twitch chat there. You know, Conduit, that was a happy accident. I think somebody just created this for the upcoming Jedi Survivor game. And, yeah, I mean, of course, it works perfect. They cleverly renamed it War in Space, so thankfully I typed space to find my Twitch filters for this one. But yeah, overall it looks pretty good, even with it in the background right there. We got some cool animations going on right there. And let's see what's happening with our friends in the Twitch chat. Good evening. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Running up.
What's happening? Everybody got the Roll20 game link that I sent to you there? Looks like we're loaded in, so let's get some characters going here. 1, 2, and 3. Have these start populating in a few moments.
I'm going to volunteer to go last in the character creation, basically so I can steal ideas from the other two.
Of course, I created your character sheet first.
Damn, Alphabet.
Right. And then Mike. Get one there for you. Mike. And one for Matt. How you doing, man? Long time no see, feels like.
Yeah, work's been crazy.
Oh, I bet. It's always one thing after another, man. This world is constantly just more. Alright, character sheets are set for you. Have your real names attached to them for ease. Alas, there is no charactermancer for this, so character creation is going to be a bit more manual. No worries there, Conduit. Leave me on lurk in the background if you can, otherwise, for sure, we will catch up with you tomorrow. I think I'm going to craft a character for myself here as well, just so we can kind of see how it's going in the live stream itself while you are all crafting. In short, what we have here is a galaxy that has seen almost 20 years of Star Wars What If campaigns run by myself. And every planet that has a color coordination on it, you can see the legend for what that means exactly here in the upper right. If you don't know exactly what all that means out of character, that's entirely fine as well. We will cover that in the course of the story itself. But yeah, needless to say, looking around at this galaxy, it has definitely seen a few changes from what we are familiar with in the movies. Here's one big one right down here. Endor, the moon of Endor, destroyed by the second Death Star. Because when we played the Return of the Jedi segment of our campaign, things went a bit differently. If you've ever read the novelization or know the behind-the-scenes stuff of Return of the Jedi, the Imperial crew aboard the second Death Star, as well as the Star Destroyers that were blockading the Rebel fleet, once that shield bunker went up, they had orders to destroy the moon, because if the bunker goes up, that's like the worst-case scenario. And of course, in the movie version, we don't really see these orders pass through. Kind of a needless backstory because of how fast the rebels were able to rush into the second Death Star and destroy it. But in our version, it was a bit more of a delay between the destruction of the shield generator and the group attempting to make their way to destroy the second Death Star. So as a result, Endor... And that's just one change among many. I do have a few notes here to kind of set us up for the campaign that we are about to play. This is about 300 years post Episode 10, which exists only in my version of Star Wars What If. Knowing exactly what happened in Episode 10, kind of irrelevant because it's so long ago. The current state of the galaxy, as I'm about to explain it, will kind of provide the legend of what happened through episodes 1 through 10. Of course, some major historical events will be more well known to your characters. Others will be just a complete mystery. In this campaign, all Saga Edition source material is on the table, so that's kind of a player's prerogative. If you want to spend a decent amount of time combing the online sources, there are a good amount of them too, and kind of seeing what abilities exist that might work for your character, by all means. Otherwise, what we have in the core book and a couple of the first expansions that they came out with should be plenty for our purposes. This campaign is intentionally far removed from my last activity in Episode 10, which itself was a full century after Episode 9. It's effectively 450 years plus after the Battle of Yavin, so any attachment to that long ago era is mostly non-existent. Despite the attachments that are familiar in Star Wars all over the place, every character should not be the great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, grandson of Luke Skywalker or some other famous character that we're familiar with. This part's kind of irrelevant. The central authority in the galaxy is the Core Worlds Confederacy, a regime of Republic sensibilities enforced with Imperial style. And, of course, Coruscant, we can see located right there. Not really the galactic center, but that's what they consider it. The Jedi Order and the Imperial Knights long ago merged their philosophies to become the Disciples, an esoteric group of Force adepts who no longer adhere to a rigid set of principles, but rather a unified understanding of galactic defense if the Force wills it. The Disciples are not affiliated with the Core Worlds Confederacy, rather they live on the old Jedi world of Ossus, its former libraries of galactic knowledge long ago destroyed by the Yuuzhan Vong. Ossus, over here, is a Vong-formed world. It is still habitable. Vong-formed essentially means that this race of alien invaders known as the Yuuzhan Vong, they are unique in the Star Wars mythos in that they are entirely bioorganic. All of their technology, from their clothing to their planetary scale weapons, all of it is organic. Living rock, living plants. It gets pretty crazy, just the amount of of organic tech that they have at their disposal. A lot of people did not care for that section of the saga. I particularly found it very fascinating and something new, which I'm always looking forward to in Star Wars. But a Vong-formed world essentially means that the Yuuzhan Vong lived there long enough and or planted enough of their bioorganisms on the planet itself to where it doesn't resemble the planet that it used to be. At one point, Coruscant was Vong-formed, but we see that it's no longer orange, reflecting at least a century plus of undoing that effect. Yeah, for sure. And if not, I think they've effectively replaced the Yuuzhan Vong in the current canon. I forget exactly what it is that they are called, but yeah, in the Thrawn novels, they do kind of reflect or mention that this is part of the reason why he's not around during the crumbling of the Empire Episode 6 is because he's in the exterior parts of the galaxy exploring this particular extragalactic menace. It has been centuries since the last galactic conflict with the Vong when the Vong invaded. Since the conclusion of that era, the Vong and their living world, yes, the living world, of Zonama Sikot have largely been vacant. The sentient planet vanished to who knows where. It is essentially a living world with its own hyperdrive engines inside of its planet's core. So this world has a history of vanishing and appearing in random places. Right, we don't need that. Yep. There is some unrest in the Mandalorian clans currently at this moment. May or may not be relevant depending on what you decide to play with your characters. Elsewhere in the Outer Rim, the Hutt Empire brutally expands their holdings, enslaving countless billions. The Core Worlds Confederacy has yet to deploy any military to counter this threat, and the Hutts grow further emboldened by the lack of resistance. However, the Outer Rim is not part of the Confederacy, so outside aid is not entirely expected. This is just kind of the tried and true example of one big government trying to control this entire galaxy. It's just never been possible, whether Old Republic, New Republic, Empire, First Order. It's just too much territory. Used technology. This is going to come up pretty frequently, especially if our characters are the unfortunate recipients of natural ones on their dice rolls. Used technology will be reflected by an overall vacancy of anything new in many cases. There's not a lot of new starships being built, and if they are, therefore the richest and the most elite. Same with fuel, weapons, ammo packs, and many other gear you might obtain in game. In general, you should expect higher prices, rarer availability, and a frequent need for you to repair your own gear, or seek out somebody who has those skills, hopefully somebody in your own group. Mechanically, for the most part, your gear will have identical stats to new items. It's more of an issue of, oh crap, natural one, my blaster needs repairs before I can use it again, stuff like that. Those of you who have ever espoused a mentality of how does this massive galaxy consisting of billions of worlds sustain this many people, this many starships, this many super weapons, surely with a galaxy this massive, we'd run out of materials at some point, right? I've had this complaint so many times at my tabletops, like, how do they keep finding stuff for new super weapons? Well, we have officially reached that point where materials are extremely rare, so there's just a lot of repairing of old equipment. Yeah, for sure. Rakata as well, but I thought they did something. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've read these Thrawn novels, but I'll have to look it up for sure. Not entirely pertinent to what we're doing right here. And I see Saz has joined us in the game. Is he also in the voice chat?
No, I don't think so.
If that's Nietzsche on the Roll20, I was just explaining that there's a separate voice chat for this tonight.
Gotcha. Doesn't look like he is.
Apparently they don't see it.
Interesting. I do have you added in. How about now? Hopefully that will fix the problem. Yeah, I did set it as a private voice channel so we don't have people like popping in unintentionally in the middle of our game. But at least,
That's
well,
what I assumed. I just told him to try it again.
for sure. Thank you so much. And we'll get Saz a character sheet as well. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. All right. So I'm assuming I might be the only one with a actual hard copy of the Star Wars Saga Edition book. This is what it looks like. It's actually kind of a cool edition. They had a smaller sized books than your standard TTRPG. And
Nice.
it's what's up?
No, I just said nice. It looks nice.
Oh yeah, very cool. And it's kind of an early 5E or maybe even a 4E to use that horrible terminology. It's got a lot of familiar 3E mechanics to it, and we're just going to take this one step at a time. As far as crafting characters, we will all go at the same pace here. I know J-Man's got one there in the Twitch chat. You might be able to find a used one online if a hard copy suits you better. Otherwise, I know there's online sources that have them, and I do have a shared Google Drive with, I think, all of these books in there. I just need to contact my buddy who actually operates it for me to get the login and password information. Character sheets, you're going to see a lot of familiar things here. Let's get my character sheet up here. Class, level, species, gender, background. Destiny's kind of a new one. Attributes, though, identical. Hit points, pretty much the same. And they mean the exact same thing as well. And of course we can, given that this is Star Wars, when you're choosing your species, that's kind of an open-ended prospect. There's, I want to say, a dozen choices in the core book right here, but by no means are we confined to that. If you know Star Wars very well and you're like, I want to play Ding, then I might have something for that. If there's no in-game stats for it, we might need you to play something else, or I might need to homebrew something. If you don't know the races very well, you can kind of give me a general terminology. Like, it was this thing that I saw in the Senate scene of Episode 3, and if you find, like, a picture of it, of course, I can probably identify it from that.
I want to play as ET.
A ZT? I don't know what
they were
that
in
is.
the one movie.
Oh, E.T.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that one. Ask me
I want to
later.
be Garrus from Mass Effect. Can we work that in?
Ooh, Mass Effect is super cool. Love that franchise.
But
Brett
then you'll
is
just
having
be
trouble getting in the chat.
you'll just be busy doing calibrations the whole time.
I know, but I'm a beautiful background character.
Fair.
No, Saz can't get into the Discord chat for some reason.
Well, let's see. I think the only other thing I can do is to give Saz more permissions for the channel than I have. And if that doesn't do it, I don't know what else can possibly
If he joins the open tables chat, then you should be able to drag him into the Star Wars chat.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Let's try this again. Huh. Weird. There. Yes. Alrighty. Third time, maybe the charm?
Yeah, I don't think I have permission to add them.
Yeah, I guess if that doesn't work, we can try to drag him in from another chat. Alrighty.
You made it.
Success.
Welcome.
Okay, so there we go. We have character sheets ready for you. And whether we're getting into specific mechanics of your character concepts or whether we just kind of want to work with vagaries right now and figure out what exactly that means mechanically after the fact, that may be easier given our combined knowledge of the system at this point. But yeah, whichever works out for you.
I already have mine pretty much figured out. We just got to put it in.
I have a rough idea, but I'd still like to go last.
How
I
are we
don't-
doing the abilities?
I just have one question. Are you young? So those of you who played with me in the Tuesday and a couple sessions of Wednesday, and Dan here might know I was playing like this rabbit character. Well, he was actually originated from a Star Wars setting, and there's like a species in there called the Lempi. Am I able to use that?
I doubt that they have a Saga Edition translation, but I don't have an issue with you playing one. We'll just have to try to figure out what exactly they represent, balanced with everything else.
Well, probably could just use the same base stats as the D&D Heron Gun. If I remember correctly, they're pretty much the same thing, just a plantigrade instead of digigrade, and a little shorter overall. So
Sure, but we're also talking 5e terminologies mixed with 3e terminologies, which can potentially be a bag of worms. Where
Let me
the
see.
hell are the ability options for rolling? Alright, rolling attributes. Yes, there we go. We're going to do the roll 4 dice 6, disregard the lowest roll, re-roll nothing. And just for ease here in the chat, let's have each of you do this individually so we're not having a bunch of dice rolls overlapping each other.
I found it. I'm gonna send it to you in Discord.
Excellent.
All right. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, whichever works out for y'all. I'm good with that.
I'm sorry, I missed what we were rolling for.
These
How many sets?
you're gonna need for all 6 attributes.
So roll it 6 times.
Yeah, 1 second here. Let me see.
Oh, okay, I get what we're doing. Sorry, I looked away for a minute.
There we go. If you do the dice as I did it, 4 dice 6 K3, it drops the lowest one automatically and saves you the math.
Where do you see the K3 part?
Does my dice formula not show up there for you? The one that I rolled in there between? It's the same exact thing you're doing, except put a K between the 6 and the 3. And then it's going to drop the lowest one automatically for you. Just an option.
How many is that? 4?
So far we're at 4, yeah. Ooh.
Alright. So there's all 6. So hold on.
Is that 13, 12, 12? 13, 12, 12, 13. 17.
There's some pretty solids.
And 11. Yeah, that's not too bad. Everything's got a, either an average or a bonus to it.
Yeah.
Who wants to
So-
go next for rolling your attributes?
Alright, this is mine.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, go ahead, start assigning those as you will. It's almost the same as Matt just got there. 12, 10, 17, 11, 12, 11. Pretty comparable.
I'll do mine now.
Very cool. Oh, look at that. 17, 11, 7. Ugh. 14, 13, and a 12. Not too bad. Couple higher ones there, but a low one for sure. And Saz, that leaves it over to you, buddy.
All right. So, already from the information on that page, they get a +2 to their dexterity, with a -2 to strength.
Right. Yeah, we'll
So-
definitely factor that out when we get to the species
Okay.
side of it. Right now, just raw attributes,
Okay,
and see how we go.
let's rock and roll. Let's do it.
Roll it up. There we go. Okay.
So, how many of these should I do again? Make sure I'm doing it right here.
6 total. So up arrow, enter 5 more times, and should spam it up pretty quick.
There we go.
Let's see. 16 becomes 13. Okay. 14, 13 as well. 1, 2, 3, 17 is a 16. 12 is an 11. We need one more. Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty solid set there. 9, double 13, 16, 11, 15. Work with that.
All right. So I can just put those in anywhere.
Exactamundo. That should
Alrighty.
get us set up there with attribute side of things, and then yeah,
Alright.
species would be the next part of character creation process. So yeah, I gotta look at
Mhm.
whatever
I
you
sent
just
that in.
sent me here.
Yep.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I do have a question when you get a chance.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to play a droid engineer,
Okay.
right? So I'm looking at the different droid classes. They have, class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um, does it really matter which class I select?
It does in some respect. I'll have to go to that section of the book because their class determines their overall chassis and capabilities and starting what have
So,
yous.
so I was looking at the class 2, the droid class 2. Because like pretty much what I have envisioned for my engineer slash droid is almost like a R2D2 kind of like thing.
Astromech type droid.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we can definitely work something with that. Saz, that looks okay to me.
All right. Because I plan to, with that, take that -2 on the strength hit there, and then take that additional dexterity to pump that up to 9 and 18 with the final results of those.
Very cool. Yeah, droids chapter. Let's see. Yeah, creating a droid hero. So yeah, because you don't have a Constitution score. You actually only need to roll 5 times.
Ah.
Oh, for the droid.
Correct. Droids don't have con scores because they're not actually alive.
So I can take that 12 and put it where one of my 11s are.
Whatever the last one of the 6 you rolled, just drop that one off, and then the remaining 5.
Yeah, which was an 11.
Perfect.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that actually works out.
Nice.
So just put 0 for con.
Yes. So yeah, it looks like you would be a 2nd degree droid, mechanical and technical droid. Pick a degree, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Yes, yes, yes. This determines your modifiers as shown table. So yes, for 2nd degree droid, you get a +2 to your intelligence, -2 to your charisma. So that's kind of like picking your species of a sort.
Yeah, so I would add, so instead of a 17, I would have 19 for my intelligence then.
Sweet.
And then I don't really need charisma as a droid, do I?
Well, that's why R2's kind of an asshole. He's just like, I don't need
So
to.
what's up? So Dex, so I can add 1 to Dex.
Right? +2 to intelligence, -2 to charisma.
Oh, -2. Grossos. Okay.
And let's see.
Alright, my charisma's +3. I'll do the talking.
Oh, I'm so screwed.
Quick question. Do you mind if I swap the charisma and wisdom stats then?
I don't even know what you put down for him, dude. You could have done it, and not
Okay.
even told me.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Now, for your droid size, do you want to go with a regular medium-sized droid or a small size?
Well, I was looking, the medium-sized droid, they could be between 2 to 4 foot tall, correct?
If not even taller than that. Between 2 and 4 feet tall might be more of a small-sized droid.
I'll go medium then. Medium droid.
Gotcha. So, no special modifiers because of your size, and you have a walking locomotion system and a speed of 6 squares, so your ability to keep up with the rest of the party is average. Had we gone with a small size, then you would have more of a tracked locomotion like R2, but the speed is slower, so you'd constantly be trying to catch up with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
And then we can continue piecing together more after checking with Mike. What's going on with your character?
I'm just going through the wiki on the character creation for this. And,
Very cool.
Yeah, I think I got it so far. I'm just slowly plinking along at it.
Okay.
What level are we doing these as? Just first level, or
Yeah, let's start off at 1 and take it from there.
right? Since I'm gonna go human, it says I get a bonus feat at first level.
Ooh, very nice. Let's check out the feet and the hands too.
Yeah, my Star Wars knowledge is very out of date, so I'm not trying to go too complicated here.
Well, let's kind of narrow down our options. Are you thinking combat or non-combat type character? Or a mix of
Combat?
both?
Distant combat.
More combat, yeah?
So I was looking at the sniper feat.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna be able to fix anything. So
Sniper feat, you do need the point blank and precise shot feats before that as prerequisites in addition to a base
Yeah, I just
attack
saw
bonus.
that.
So yeah, you might want to start off with a point blank for your free feat there, if that's kind of what you're planning on building towards. Ooh, magic items. Booster coming in at 30%. Martial arts is kind of a cool feat tree as well, if that's something you wanted to look into, Amber, if you envisioned this character possibly having any of that. I will let you continue perusing, of course. Ask any questions that you will. I will respond in the Twitch chat. I'm actually going to eat the rest of this delicious caprese sandwich here while you continue pondering your options, and I'll be right back.
Enjoy.
Thank you, thank you.
So we're still on stat distribution, right? For the rest of the day. I just want to make sure because I got in a little late. Sorry. So I just want to find out here real quick. 'Cause I've got some-
You roll your stats in the Roll20 chat. It's 4d6.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got that set up. I just want to make sure I hadn't missed anything else because I got in
Yeah,
kind of
we
late.
can ask
Sorry.
some questions. You're all good. I'm behind on like my Star Wars lore and everything, so I'm trying to be very careful with this. So I'm perusing the wiki and trying to figure stuff out.
Well, if you have any questions, I know some stuff I can probably help out with if you got any particular questions.
I have an idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and keep it basic and just go human because it seems simple enough.
That's a good idea. Plus, humans are typically one of the reasons why they're one of the most numerous species because of how adaptable they are.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a good base to play around with. I'm thinking scoundrel for the class.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
I'm doing a human soldier.
I have an idea on the backstory, so I think scoundrel would work for the backstory I'm building. I always do that first. I'm weird about that.
Oh, that's not weird.
Oh, scoundrel gets point blank shot as a starting feat, so I don't need to use that for my bonus feat. Nice.
Nice.
So I can do precision shot for my bonus feat to work up to sniper. That actually works out.
Oh, that sounds cool. This was the class I was going to use, scout. Because I'm sort of slightly familiar with this because about a year and a half ago, I was going to be doing one of these with this system, and I was actually going to be using this character for it, and was going to go scout class, and then the DM, one of the other players, had a explosive fallout, and it killed the game before we got started. But found it. I couldn't remember the name of the class for a while.
One of us should probably have a skill in pilot. I don't know if we want to discuss that or if that's like metagaming or what.
I mean, I am gonna be an astro droid, and I do have a 19 intelligence, so.
Right, but pilot's a dex based.
I think droids can fly too. I don't know.
Let me check that out because I get like 2
I mean-
feet to start, so I can make one of them for anything like pilot or anything.
I mean, if you strap enough thrusters to a droid, it can fly anywhere.
That's true.
Just don't blow up. Like that SpaceX rocket.
My dex is only +1, but I should be able to do it. Let me look here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to poke him when he gets back, because it's not letting me apply. It's got modifiers in some odd places on the modifier section, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I can do it when he gets back.
Okay, pilot is a class skill for the scoundrel, so I can do that.
Yeah, I assume you would have good dex too, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's +1, but I can adjust it if need be. I can swap my intelligence and dex and get a +2 instead.
Dex is for what you use for shooting, so like if you plan on being a sniper, probably a good idea.
Yeah, I just swapped them, so we'll be good.
Oh yeah, if you're a human, you also get 1 extra trained skill.
And being a pilot actually works through the backstory, so that works out.
Ooh.
So am I pretty much going to be the only support class we're going to have?
I don't know, Nisha, what are you doing?
Going scout. So. Oh, I think, did I miss something at the, what's this, roll for? Sorry.
I was just determining my credits. based on
Oh,
my
okay.
job.
But yeah, I'm gonna go for scout. Probably from Narsha Dawes the background. Because honestly, those will be useful skills for a scout, and probably supply the information to the team.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you. Let's go back to our live screen here. Hey, that's me. All right. Character creation coming along. I like that we're talking about some backstory elements as well. That is super cool. And yeah, one support character in a group of 4 so far sounds pretty awesome, especially if they are an astromech droid. You're likely to have access to all kinds of cool stuff.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah. If history's any indication, yeah. I mean, Star Wars is all about the droid coming in and saving the day. Like if you've seen the meme of Star Wars and then Star Wars without R2-D2, and like one is a giant book and one is a thin little novel.
Yeah. So where would I find the engineering stuff for that class? Like, how are we going to put that in here?
Yeah, let's go back to your character here and explore. So yeah, we're playing the custom droid here, option 2. We can skip over that. We're not going to play a standard droid model. You are first level in one heroic class of your choice. I would guess maybe Scoundrel or Scout. You cannot choose the Jedi class, unfortunately.
Actually, I was going to go Engineer. Or is that not one of the options?
It's not in the standard book, but that might be a, like maybe from the droids book is where you're getting that. So let me check that out. Saga Edition Engineer. Engineer class. Military engineer, is that what you're talking about?
No. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the Star Wars 5e. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Star Wars Saga Edition is what we're looking for.
So So what classes are available?
Soldier, Noble, Scoundrel, Scout, I believe are the 4 primary ones. And then for your skill set, you'd probably be looking more towards Scoundrel or Scout. Like, let me just, I'm going to reference the NPC section here in the back and get R2-D2 as an example. So R2 actually has 2 levels of non-heroic, strangely enough, and then 6 levels of Scoundrel on top of that. So if R2 is kind of the template you're wanting to follow, I would definitely focus on Scoundrel as your class.
Okay. I have no idea what that is.
No worries, we can start thumbing back to that and get that in for you. Okay, dexterity and intelligence are your most important ability scores. Must have sharp reflexes and a quick wit to survive. Charisma is important for making your way out of trouble, maybe not as necessary if you're a droid. And wisdom is useful for separating or spotting trouble before it finds you. Let's see, at first level, if you're looking at your character sheet here, and let me get mine open here on the Twitch stream here just as an example. All of our skills there on the right side of the sheet. The little boxes to the right that say T and F. T is if you're trained. F is if you have taken the skill focus feat. So in many cases, the T is all we're going to need. And for this system, anytime you're trained, I believe it adds like a straight 5. So yeah, just for my character example, I clicked the train box on acrobatics, and it takes me from a -1 up to a 4. If I click the F, it should bump it up to a 9, because I think that's going to be an extra 5. Yep, exactly. And like other character sheets, if you hover over those sections, you'll kind of see what the character sheet is telling you to do there. Like if you hover over that T, training +5, F, focus +5. For a scoundrel, you get 4 skills plus your intelligence modifier as trained skills. So how many is that for you there, Matt?
What, my modifier?
Yeah.
It's a 4.
So you get 8 trained skills. You're going to be clicking 8 of those boxes, and you get to choose from this list right here. No worries if we need to repeat this. It's probably the longest list of all the characters too, because you get the most skills. Acrobatics, deception, gather information, initiative, knowledge. Each of the knowledge skills has to be taken individually. So you can see there's like 7 different knowledge skills. So take a look-see at those and see which of those, if any, you might want to apply for your character as a trained skill.
I was like, what do you think about technology? I think that'd be pretty good.
Absolutely, knowledge tech for sure. Be up to knowledge on all the most recent developments of what's going on. Mechanics is another one you can take. Definitely, given what you're thinking about for this character, I would take that. Perception and persuasion are also options. Perception could be very useful for your character as a support character. And then the final 3, pilot, stealth, and use computer. Use computer, definitely going to be useful for your character. And pilot, it's not going to hurt to have multiple characters who can pilot, because depending on what kind of ship we have, we might need a co-pilot, we might need somebody working on regenerating shields.
Or like a navigator or something like that.
Exactly.
So I get picked 3 more. I have 5 picked. What is like social science and physical science? Probably not.
Not so much unless your character's going to have a strong scientific background. I wouldn't really mess around with those so much. Initiative could be useful if you didn't already take that, because, of course, just like any other system, initiative determines where you go in the combat order, and in this system, it is a trained skill, so you can get better in it as your character advances.
What about galactic or maybe tactics? I don't know.
Well, let's check it out.
Galactic lore.
Galactic lore could be useful. Knowledge. So yeah, galactic lore, planets, homeworlds, sectors of space, galactic history, and the Force. So, could be useful. Yeah, sciences, not so much. Tactics, techniques, and strategies for disposing and maneuvering forces in combat. I don't know how applicable that's going to be. But yeah, technology for sure I would focus on. And
Yeah.
possibly galactic lore could be a useful one.
Yeah, so I have 7 right now. I need to figure out one more. Maybe gather information. Oh no.
I think that could be useful. What's your character's charisma score, though? Because that's the focus for that one.
Oh, charisma is at 10.
So it's an average. It depends if there's nothing else that you wanted to put that trained skill in. If you're kind of out of options, then yeah, why not?
Yeah, because I have initiative, galactic lore, technology, mechanics, perception, pilot, and use computer. Maybe like treat injury.
Oh, we do not have that as a trained skill
I feel like
option
on
here.
Oh, it's on the character sheet.
Oh yeah, it's on the character sheet. But as far as being a scoundrel, you only have access to like maybe 10 of those skills to start off as for trained.
Gotcha. So,
Deception could be useful. It's also a charisma-based skill, but if you want to be kind of R2 in that respect and be a little sneaky droid.
What about bureaucracy?
That could be helpful. It's very useful, especially when the characters are bartering for equipment that's not commonly available.
Yeah. We'll do that. So.
Is bureaucracy one of the scoundrel skills, though?
Any of the knowledge skills can be for scoundrel, yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, for sure. If you're doing scoundrel, you can certainly take that as well, because that has held us up in previous campaigns when you're trying to obtain items legitimately. You go through bureaucracy, and then if you want to use the black market, I don't know if there was a skill associated with that, or if it was just, yeah, you can find the black market, but then the items cost like this much more than they would cost if you were to go through the legitimate channels.
So we have the skills done. And then, so it already populated my defense. So my reflex save is at 12, fortitude and will is at 10. And my flat foot reflex is 11.
That's one thing with this system is, I think, yeah, when it comes to defenses, there's no saving throw. It's kind of like having different armor classes. Like an armor class for your will, an armor class for your fortitude. So I think everything is on the attacker's side of the dice in that respect.
Okay.
But then, of course, depending on what you build for your character, that's going to predetermine your defenses. All right, Nisha, stepping out. Very cool. So yeah, we got skills set for you. Up next would be feats. And let's just check back for Scoundrel.
So I would just type it in the feat box.
Exactly. And then if there's any details about that feat that you want to type in, that's on your prerogative as well. So starting foot, let's see. Okay, so you begin with point blank shot and weapon proficiency with simple and pistols. So those are free just for being a scoundrel. And then, my favorite thing about this system is they created this system called talents. which essentially every level your character is getting something new. Even levels, you're getting a bonus feat. Odd levels, you're getting to choose talents, which are just as cool and possibly even more powerful than feats, because there's a lot more options for them, and this is where you're going to find the most customization for your characters. And even at level 1, you get one talent of your choice, and we'll just stick to the simple basic book here for the Scoundrel. There's 4 different trees of feats here. There's the Fortune talent tree, which is basically gambling with destiny, putting everything on the line and trusting fate to bring fortune, fame, and success. There is the Misfortune talent tree. Your mother always said you were trouble, now your enemies know it too. Although I guess in your case it would be your creator always said you were trouble. The Slicer talent tree. You move like a ghost through the HoloNet and can hack into enemy mainframes and computer systems with astonishing grace. Or lastly, the Spacer talent tree. You prowl the space lanes seeking wealth, fame, adventure, or something more. You're also pretty good with vehicles in general. I'm kind of thinking maybe one of the 2 back ones would work best for you.
Yeah, either the Slasher.
Yeah, Slicer or Spacer. Which of those do you want to focus on?
We do the Slicer so I can like hack stuff. Because if we get into a place where we have to like hack a lock or undo alarms or stuff.
Very cool. Well, there's 2 talents here that you can choose right now at first level. One of them is Trace. You can substitute your use computer skill for any gather information check as long as you have access to a computer network. The other one is Gimmick. You can issue a routine command to a computer, see page 76, as a swift action. I'm assuming it would normally take a regular action. And then if you are to choose that Gimmick talent, at a later point, you would then have the prerequisites for Master Slicer, which you may choose to re-roll any used computer check made to improve access on a computer, keeping the better of the 2 results. So at this point, Trace or Gimmick, and then if you want Master Slicer, Gimmick would probably be the better one to go with right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to add weight to this stuff. Do I have to add it in the equipment section?
No, you should be okay. Even though we don't have extra dimensional pockets of storage with this system, it's still pretty free with weight, unless I notice your character's like toting 3 heavy blaster rifles or some shit like that.
So what was that Slicer talent I was going to take?
Gimmick. And then the description of that was you can issue a routine command as a swift action. So that'll set you up with your starting feats, your skills, your attributes, your class, your talent. That's the bulk of the character right there, notwithstanding equipment and other upgrades, which we can focus on here in a bit, or possibly later on, depending on how the rest of this develops here tonight. Amber, what's happening with your character?
I think I've got it all figured out, if you want to take a look at it.
I'm quite interested. Let's see.
I don't know what to put for the Destiny slot on the top, but otherwise I think I got it.
No problem. Good bringing that up right there. As far as Destiny, I think I will assign those to your characters myself and keep them hidden. And then you'll kind of get clues throughout the context of the game. Your Destiny kind of represents the will of the Force, so to speak. And if something comes into alignment or conflict with your destiny, your character will generally get like a sixth sense of like, okay, I should do this or I should not do this. And depending on which you choose, if you do succeed in fulfilling your destiny, you get permanent bonuses added to your character sheet. Coming along nice. Yep, yep.
I pulled the starting equipment off the wiki. I hope that's right.
I like it. Nice. Yeah, you've already got your
We have starting equipment?
attack blocks built there. Well, she only has starting equipment because she took your starting equipment, I think. I think this is your... Yeah, that's your
typical.
pistol.
Yeah, it was just the starting equipment that the wiki listed for scoundrels.
I do have a couple questions, but I can wait until it's my round here.
All right. Looking good, looking good. Going to make some test rolls here. Ooh. Wow, there's my obligatory natural 20s.
I know everything.
2 in a row. Of course, that would be your persuasion check. Oh, I like what I'm seeing on the notes there.
Seemed like it fit with the backstory you started in the beginning.
Pretty cool. Looks good. Yep, yep, yep. And then I guess, yeah, I guess there's no spot on the character sheet to put the character's name. I guess you just have to change that on the actual bio itself. But yeah, it looks good.
I changed my name on the Roll20 chat to the character name.
Oh, okay. Vong Jidai. And he spelled it right.
Indeed.
So yeah, what's up?
Okay. Well, first off, Sean's curious to join too, if that's okay. So he may need an invite as well. Second, I need to make sure on how many skills I can set here. I want to make sure I'm doing this right here.
Well, I'm realizing the downside of being a Mandalorian right now, but abso-friggin-lutely, let's get Sean in here.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, Talivas Normandy figured out a bypass around the one downside of being a Mandalorian. Emergency induction port. You don't have to take your helmet off to eat or drink.
Well, yeah, but I don't have that on my helmet right now, and I'm trying to smoke a toke here, and I'm just, like, running into... Fun little side story, though. When Episode 1 came out, I was the first one in line to see it at Texas Station here, dressed as Boba Fett, of course.
Oh,
and
cool.
The news crew came by because it was such a big event. And I had a few friends tell me, hey, we saw you on the news there. You were trying to drink a big Slurpee with your Boba Fett helmet on. So I was like trying to wedge the straw underneath. And then finally I just got frustrated and took it off and I was drinking it. And that was the moment they caught on camera. All right. Mr. Daly. He's in there somewhere. There he is.
Figure out how many skill points I need, but how many skills I can allocate, basically.
Gotcha. What's your class?
Scout, and I went with a Nar Shaddaa background.
Ooh. So yeah, Sean has access to the voice chat now, and the Roll20 link is in the Star Wars open table. And then what's your intelligence modifier?
The intelligence modifier is, hang on. It's... Ooh. The intelligence is 13.
Okay, so +1 modifier to that. So you get 6 skills that you can be trained in.
Oh, hey,
Uh,
buddy.
Hey, Sean, welcome. May the force be with you. Happy 420. Happy 2-year stream anniversary. Are you with us? Yeah, maybe he'll be with us later.
I'm here.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
yeah.
Your skills must be chosen from this list, Saz. To start with the biggest one, knowledge. Any of those skills are applicable. You do have to take them individually. Otherwise, climb, endurance, initiative, jump, mechanics, perception, pilot, ride, if you want to have a mount, stealth, survival, and swim. So you get 6 among that list there, and you would just click the T on the section of the skills next to it on the character sheet, and that's going to make you trained, adding a +5 to any other modifiers you already have.
Okay, so I just to confirm, I oh jeez. The usual brain fart. Sorry.
All good. I'm happy to go through that list again too. I know it's a long
Yes, please.
list. No worries. I mean, just if any of those kind of spoke out to you from the get-go, let's focus on those, and then see how many you have left afterwards. Any of the knowledge skills, of course. If you're not focusing so much on combat, maybe climb, jump, swim aren't going to be your forte. Pilot, perception, initiative, stealth, mechanics, those could be useful for you, especially considering we have an astromech in the group as well, having 2 people who are good at mechanics, and it might be a way to tie your characters together as well.
I'm gonna go for mechanics and
Okay.
acrobatics as well.
Oh, they did not give you acrobatics. They gave you climb.
Oh,
Climb, jump, or swim are the
okay.
physical skills they're giving you access to here.
Oh, okay. Then I'll take jump for one thing here.
The Mac Dad'll make you.
Because on my sheet, it's showing on my sheet as like skills. Did I use the wrong version of the sheet? Maybe.
Oh, it's not possible. I loaded the sheet for you, so let's just look over
Okay.
it here.
Okay. Because I saw like the different tabs and then I just realized mousing over them, the ones for NPC and the ones for vehicle. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
I had a slight brain fart there again.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
we could
so-
make your character into a vehicle if we wanted to, but Transformers, robots in disguise.
Usually it's gruesome wet popping noise as he turns into some kind of like a rabbit version of a motorcycle. It's like, this sucks. Why did I do this again?
This is my Transformers OC. Donut Steel.
Sean, did you get the Roll20 link there? It should be in the Star Wars open table channel there in Discord. Maybe might need to just scroll up a tad. And then once you're in, I can get your character assigned for you.
So, T for trained or F for focus?
Correct. So T would be applicable here. F is only if you take the skill focus feat or have some other ability that gives it to you.
Alright. Well, I should also probably do stealth because of the focus on that from Narshada Origin.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
So what is this, Saga or Fantasy Flight?
Saga. Yeah, for sure there, Matt.
Okay.
We're still, we got a long ways to go here. Character crafting, tying all this together. We'll probably do it a bit in Discord here over the coming week, too. So, yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for joining, and have a good night.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah.
See ya. I went Galactic Lore as well.
Ooh. Yeah, you're lining up well with Matt's character, the Astromech. He's got a similar set of skills to you, so it could be a good way to tie you both together.
There's a link in the text chat for this chat as well if anybody needs the Roll20 link again.
Say what?
I copied the Roll20 link into the text chat for this chat as well.
Oh,
When you
fantastic.
can find it.
Nice.
No, I'm debating on stealth or gather information because I also went. What I went with so far is jump, galactic lore, technology, mechanics, perception, and I'm debating on stealth or gather information. Let's go stealth because it plays into existing strengths.
Very true. I don't know how many stealthy characters we have too.
Besides, he already looks like a over fluffy version of George Costanza anyway. He's not probably going to have much charisma anyway to get any information out of people. He just looks like the sleazy little rabbit man off to the side. Sharp as a knife, but creepy looking as a box of those toys you found from your uncle who had a bunch of stuff from the 70s.
Can't stand ya. Can't stand ya. That's what I should have said. Well, the jerkstore called and they're running out of you.
Okay, he officially sounds like George Costanza when he talks now.
It's supposed to be the summer of George. Summer of George. So many good quotes from him.
Yes.
Well, okay. So we got your skill selection set there. How about feats? Have you picked up any of those yet?
Not yet. The species gives martial arts 1
Cool.
as one of them, so I gotta list that somewhere here. I gotta find out where that is. Here it is.
What is your
1.
character's constitution score?
13.
Wow.
Durable.
Happy accident.
Let me put it this way. There's a reason that George Costanza was mentioned there.
So, starting feats that you get for this character, you get weapon proficiency in simple, pistols, and rifles.
Ooh, yeah.
Additionally, we may want to change this up too. Let me just double check. Because, yeah, this would make this a very worthy addition. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of handy. Shake It Off is a bonus feat for your character at level 1, but it has an asterisk. You must meet the prerequisite of this feat. You have to have a minimum constitution of 13, and you have to be trained in the endurance skill, which is a possible skill for you to be trained in. So if you want to switch your skills around and take training in endurance, you get Shake It Off as a free feat.
I will take that.
Cool. And Shake It Off, essentially, when you start getting hit down the condition track in this game, that's when you're really, really starting to take damage, because it imposes penalties on everything that you roll. With Shake It Off, normally you have to spend 3 swift actions, which can be done in 1, 2, or 3 rounds, depending on what you're doing. And once you have spent those 3 swift actions, you move 1 step positive along the condition track. With Shake It Off, you only have to spend 2 swift actions to do that. So it makes it a little easier for you to shake off any debilitating conditions that are affecting you.
Okay, that's good to know. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna I gotta decide now, because the species does have some options for jump already, so I'm thinking get rid of the buff to jump from the traits, since he already has buffs from that anyway, from expert jumper. So I'll just list expert jumper in the notes section and take that training and put that into endurance instead.
Very cool. So that's going to set up your skills and your feats. And then next we will move on to your talents.
Oh, real quick. So also I should list simple weapons, pistols, and
Rifles.
rifles. Okay. So what were those wording specifically, please?
Exactly as you said. Weapon proficiency, simple, pistols, and rifles. And then the other
nice.
bonus feat is Shake It Off.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna list them with tab indentation under weapon proficiency for the that, and have that just to compartmentalize a little.
I like it. Yeah, whatever keeps it organized for you. Now, talents are kind of like feats, but possibly even better. And you get them every odd level, depending on what class you've chosen. In the case of your character, you have access to the awareness talent tree. You are exceptionally good at noticing things and avoiding perilous situations. The camouflage talent tree, you learn how to blend in with your environment. The Fringer talent tree, you are especially skilled at getting by on backwater worlds. Or the Survivor talent tree. As an explorer of dangerous places, you are trained to react to danger swiftly and adroitly, as well as navigate difficult terrain and reduce damage. Depending on which of those broad categories sounds best to you, we can then kind of narrow down exactly which talent you want to take.
Okay. Can I hear my list of options again, please? Sorry.
Oh, for sure. Survivor. I'm a survivor. Fringer. Camouflage. Or awareness.
Let's go awareness, because being alert about details is always good to have.
Okay. So we're going to take out the prerequisite ones here. Okay, looks like they're going right down the route here. So for you to get any... Uh-oh, something just happened. Hey, a cheer from Radio Free Covenant. 100 bits, thank you very much. 2-year streamiversary. Woo!
Yeah.
Acute senses is going to be the talent that you want to take here. Effectively, you may choose to re-roll any perception check, but the result of the re-roll must be accepted even if it is worse. And then once you've taken that, starting at level 3, level 5, all the odd levels thereafter, you'll have access to the other talents here. Expert Tracker, Improved Initiative, Keen Shot, and then both of the Uncanny Dodge talents, which also require a couple of those that I just mentioned as prerequisites as well. But all of these need acute senses just to kind of get started on that track.
Alright.
So that'll set you up there. And let's get Sean a little caught up here now that he's into Roll20. I gotta get him access to his character. Get some stats rolled up. Alright, Sean, we are doing 4 dice 6, drop the lowest one. For your attributes, you can do 4 dice 6 K3, and that'll automatically do it.
Okay, 4d6 are 4d6.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the way that I typed it.
Okay.
Yep, /R. Yep, see, it drops the 3, so we got a 17. And then up arrow, enter 5 more times, and spam that up, and good to go.
You can keep doing that, Roll20. I don't mind. That's okay. See, I said you could do it. That what I meant was you should do it.
Don't!
I don't like where this is going.
All right, there we go. 18. Oh! Still pretty decent overall. Only one of them at the average. Everything else is plus.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm happy.
That's a good
Yeah.
distribution there.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
So then you can go ahead and assign all of that as you will in whichever order that you want.
Okay. Okay. Do we have an infiltrator or a rogue character?
I don't know. We've got a few scoundrels. I know Saz just took
scoundrels.
stealth. What's up?
We have 2 scoundrels as of right now.
Ooh. So 2 scoundrels, a scout, and then I think Mike is playing soldier, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I'm thinking of playing a Trandoshan soldier who has a bright pink T-shirt that says "I got my crank yanked at Shuffles."
How is this guy still alive? That guy died pre-episode 1. This is 450 years ABY.
It's a family member, and the T-shirt's a treasured family heirloom.
I don't know. After 500 years, I'm kind of thinking it's either a handkerchief or a patch.
It's a recreation of the original item. A replica distributed among the family to preserve,
yeah.
so that way
It's-
the original relic can be preserved in a glass case.
It's just survived as a war cry. I got my crank yanked at Shuffles. Okay, so in case everyone is wondering what's going on here, I had another character, and he had a Trandoshan buddy, and they tracked down someone to the edge of the galaxy. And while they were looking for him, they went into a bar called Shuffles, and they had bright pink T-shirts called "I got my crank yanked at Shuffles," and his Trandoshan buddy was wearing that when he got killed.
Sean, are you by chance up to speed on this season of The Mandalorian?
No, I am not. Unfortunately.
There was a moment in the penultimate episode that reminded me very much of Jothon, and when you do watch it, you'll know exactly.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh, what just happened here? No space left on device. Huh. It looks like the stream just ended. All of a sudden.
Oh, jeez.
I'm still seeing it.
It's still going, but it might end. It's
Huh.
I'm on Twitch right now. It hasn't stopped yet.
Okay. I lost my man, but like the timer here that shows how long the stream has been going, and I just got a pair of error messages, and I know my D drive was getting pretty close to full, but fuck. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you run 55 games a month. Ugh. And you store all the videos. Well, I don't want to chance this anymore, just in case it does get cut off. Let me check.
Okay.
Stream. Okay, it looks all right there. We're getting close up against the 2-hour mark here anyway, so I want to make sure we do our raffle before we close this out. And then, of course, next Thursday we'll come back to this, continue with character creation, get into some actual gameplay itself. My phone is super hot, too. Goodness. It's been on a long time. Okay. Subscribers. Download, open, download. Scroll, 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 scroll. Alrighty. And yep, just like every other day this week, it is a different order every time I download this list. But we do still have 33 subscribers. So I'm gonna roll 1 die 33 and see what we get. These are all rolling low so far. Number 1, The Evil Dawn. Number 2, Zoidrin. Number 3, Epileptic Guitar. Number 4, Patient. DJK. Number 5, Radio Free Covenant. Number 6, Katya Rose. Number 7, Drunk Pally with the Tier 1 subscription. Because you're on here twice with 2 different subs. You got twice as many chances to hit here. Same as Mythwolf. Mythwolf's got a Tier 1 and a Tier 3. And same thing with Zoidrin. Zoidrin's got a Tier 1 and a Tier 3. So nice to see the double chance there hit for you. And of course, you know what I'll be posting in the Twitch chat here later on, buddy. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for being part of the 422-year streamiversary. It's all week long. This isn't all of it here tonight. We've already had 3 nights before this. We got a double up tomorrow night, and then Saturday. I think I'll finish it off with a video game stream or something like that. Whatever the case is, thank you all so much for your support, for being here. Truly honored and blessed to be creator of Role Playing Unlimited here in 2023. Have a great night, all. Are you with us?
No.
Good night.
Guys.
Hey.